first and foremost, tell me, how did you get started in this industry?
Well, I have a friend that she was doing that for a while, and I wasn't having a really nice job back then. And I thought it is a great idea to start doing it because, the freedom. I'm the fact that I'm an independent model, it really helps to, choose my schedule and everything. And I wanted to feel appreciated by people because in my old job I wasn't.
So you basically were looking for a new career.
Yes, and for freedom actually, because it's the freedom of choice. You choose what to do, when to do. No one is bothering you, like you didn't do that or whatever.
So what was it about what your friend was telling you that drew you in?
I think the fact that she was telling me that she's making a way more money than people here in my country were making in a regular job.
You mentioned that you're independent. Have you always been?
Yes, from the very beginning.
Wow, good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that takes a lot of discipline, a lot.
Yeah, it was really hard because I had to learn everything by myself, and it took me longer than, if I was in a studio. It's easier there, but my friend was an independent model. I mean, she is, and I wanted to be like her. Although I didn't know that it's going to be that hard.
Yeah.
I started to understand this industry because it was a whole new thing for me, and yeah.
So I'm curious, why haven't you wanted to try being with a studio?
I don't know, to be honest. I never really thought about it until I was like maybe on the platform for maybe 4 or 5 years already, and I thought maybe I should have been in a studio because I've learned everything so hard because I had no experience. Had no one to teach me how to do it, and I would have probably been more further than I am right now if I was in a studio. But at the beginning, it wasn't an option. I I barely knew things about studios. I had no idea. So,
How long have you been a model?
well, it will be 9 years in January next month.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So 9 years, I mean, that means that you tried it out because you were looking for a job where you could make more money, it sounds like. And as you said, something that you truly enjoyed.
Yeah.
And you've stayed. So 9 years means that you must have found something that you were looking for.
Yes. It wasn't easy, but there's no job that is like, easy. Uh, Although I didn't really like it at first, I've learned how to like it and to do it my own way, and to create this persona that it doesn't make any compromises for money. And I already have a lot of members that are coming in my room for maybe over 7 or 8, even 9 years now, and yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time for like even a normal standard friendship.
Yes. Yes, it is. And I actually just realized that it's in 1 year, it's going to be a decade.
What would you say is your favorite part about your career and what you do?
Uh, my favorite part is the friendship that I created with
Hmm.
people. Um, those private uh, that I created with my members that are special, and they understand me, and we're doing things our my way and their way, and we met somewhere in the middle, and we make it likable for the both parts, which is very important in this industry, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's, if both sides are truly enjoying it, it makes it an authentic connection,
Yeah,
right? As
that's right.
opposed to just um, something that seems like more like a transaction, which is not authentic at all.
Yes.
Do you have any favorite memories that stand out to you on the site
Favorite memories.
over your 9 years?
Yes, I think my favorite memories are those where I talk to my members, my regulars, and my friends um, about important stuff that are going to happen in my life, and they were supporting me, which really matters because knowing that I'm having them close, it means a lot because they care for me, and they they want the best for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, to have just a team of support of people that just genuinely love you and want the best for you, I
Yeah,
can imagine what that does for you to really just propel you forward.
that actually makes me keep going. I don't want to quit just yet, just for the fact that I have those people who are making me feel really good about myself, and they're supporting me.
That's incredible. Talk to me about, because that's something, when you say that to me, that makes me think like, wow, that's probably something that boosts your confidence as a woman.
Yeah, actually, it is. And some days I don't really feel like confident because, as you might know, we all have that moment when we're feeling weak and don't feel like, I just feel like quitting going online, and I just come online and I meet my favorite people, and they're just, you know, making me feel better about myself and giving me my confidence back.
I love that.
Yeah.
In your 9 years of being in this industry, I'm sure that you've accomplished a lot. I'm curious if you have any goals or benchmarks that you have yet to accomplish, but you want to.
Yes, I have a lot of goals actually. One of them already happened. I'm sitting in the place that I bought doing what I'm doing. And I think my most important goal is to be happy. And with that, getting all my dream car, uh, going to my dream places. I mean, about the vacations, um, spending a lot of time in the nature. That's one of my favorite things to do. And being out, it's like one of my goals, which doesn't necessarily require money, but I like doing that. Being out as much as possible.
Absolutely. You mentioned at the beginning of our call that you were looking for freedom at the beginning of your career.
Yes, freedom of choosing um, how to manage my time and not being controlled by some guy that is not really appreciating my job. Was really traumatizing, and this job finally makes me feel appreciated for my work.
Oh. Do you feel like you found that freedom?
Yes, definitely.
How has the industry given you that freedom?
Um, by choosing the content I want to create, by choosing the time I want to go online and not being forced to go online, just not being pressured on, going online on a specific schedule, which is like on regular jobs from 9 to 5, being there from Monday to Friday and so on.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not like since I'm being like I love nature and I love being surrounded by nature, but I'm antisocial and I feel anxious being in a very large crowd. So working on weekends and taking off Mondays or Tuesdays, that's really good for me because no one is at the mountainside then, because people are working, and this is cool for me. This is how it works for me.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. You can go when everyone's chained to their desk job, right? How would you say you've grown as a woman in the last 9 years?
I think um, I grown along with this platform. I think it really helped me develop myself. I think it helped me to understand people more because before starting this job, I was very shy, which is not happening right now. But doing that made me helped me not being so shy anymore, and to make decisions and talk straight to the people when I feel something. Unlike when I was younger and I was really shy and never talked to people like what I was feeling. And just like I agreed. And I think that is the most important thing that I appreciate. This job helped me to grow into this woman that I am today.
Absolutely. When I hear you talk right now, I guess one of the, and we touched on it earlier, but the biggest thing I heard you say was that you grew in your confidence and your strength as a woman. Like you
Yeah,
feel confident to express yourself or to stand up for yourself or to speak up.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most important things we can have as women, right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
I'm curious, you've been doing this for 9 years and that's quite a bit of time. You have a lot of experience. If you could tell me what it is that you really do, what service are you really providing? What would it be?
Um, I would say, first of all, caring,
Mhm.
because that's really important to create connections and to make those people come back to you. And after that comes the adult part that it's really necessary in this industry. And if you mix those things together, or maybe put them apart because there are a large amount of people coming on this platform, and yeah, I think caring and supporting and providing the adult side of the job.
Mhm. And what do you think it is that, obviously some members probably come for one thing. But what do you think, like you mentioned to me, you have fans and members that you've known for 7, 8, 9 years.
Yes.
Why do you think that they want to connect with you?
I think because of the caring part. Most of the people that are here for that amount of years are because most of them are coming in my private talk or um, to make them feel better. And even though if we're having a sexual experience before that, we're just talking about our lives and things that are happening, sharing the informations about stuff that are currently happening around the world.
Wow,
but I think caring for them, and I genuinely care for people that are kind, and they also are caring for me back. So it's win-win, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think in order to have success in this industry at all, you have to be genuine and genuinely
Yes.
care
Yes.
for people.
Yeah, that is right.
So we've talked about some of the emotional rewards that your career has given to you. You've grown as a woman, confidence. It sounds like you also really feel like you're being of service to others and providing connection and care and support. And there's also the other side of this industry, the financial side. And so I'm curious, what are some of the luxuries that you have been able to afford yourself now that maybe you couldn't 9 years ago?
I would say some bags, some brand shoes that were even way more expensive than my paycheck back in the days. But the most important thing, I think, it's the fact that I bought an apartment, which is my own, and I'm really, really happy about it because I just moved in, and I can't even express my happiness, but I feel it so deep.
So there you go, to be as young as you are and to be owning your own home at such a young age and to have that stability as a woman, it's really something to be proud of.
Yes.
And I think probably the greatest luxury is the freedom you have, right?
Yeah, indeed. And after that comes the fact that I can afford things that I couldn't afford before.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned in these 9 years?
The biggest lesson. I think that I should never make any compromises for no one and for no amount of money. I mean, that helped me to realize that even in real life, I shouldn't make compromises if it's not worth it. That is the greatest lesson that I've learned here.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like I'm still working on that one.
Well, of course, we are still working on that one, but I'm starting to stop making compromises if it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything about the industry that you don't like or the
Uh,
site?
yes. And I don't even have to think about it that much. The haters.
Hmm.
I'm not familiar with the hating part on the other platforms. I mean, like social media, because I'm not a public person, and I don't know how it's like, but it feels like in this industry it's extreme.
Really?
Yes. I don't have a lot of hate, but there are days when it's like I feel like all the haters are in my room. But
Mm,
like I was saying, it's not every day. Most of the days are really nice, but there are days where people are coming and trying to ruin my day. And sometimes when I'm feeling like not really strong, they can ruin my day, because we're human, and it affects me sometimes, although it shouldn't.
how do you handle that? What do you do to bounce back from that? Because as you know, like our mental health is so important, especially when you have a career that is primarily online.
Yes. Uh, the first step that I'm doing is trying to be kind. If it's not working, I'm just ignoring them. And if that's not working too, I'm just blocking them. Although I know it's not the greatest thing to do, but when there's like a lot of hate and bad words, I just block them.
Which, no, I think it's important to have boundaries.
Yeah, there are haters everywhere,
Yes.
and I don't think it's the industry fault. Thankfully, it's not on a daily basis. It's like maybe one day a month that is really bad. But except for that, I just have great experience every day being online.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So let's say that there's a girl in front of you who's thinking about getting into modeling, but she's not sure. What advice would you give her?
Um, I would give her the advice of researching, of learning how to do it before doing it, because that is one particular thing I didn't do, and I had to learn everything along the way. And I think that is the most important thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Well, thank you so much. This has been an incredible interview. You did incredible. You look incredible.
Thank you.
I like to end the interviews by just asking one final question, which is what's something you're the most grateful for in your life right now?
I became the woman that I am today, and that I do the things that I like.
Amen. Amen.
I'm not really a materialistic girl. I'm more into like getting in touch with the nature, getting in touch with my spiritual part, and those things really makes me happy. And I can say that I'm really grateful for that, for my inner peace, for my confidence, for the development, and the woman that I am today.
I mean, oh, that beautifully said. There's truly probably nothing in the world as valuable as inner peace, right?
Yes. Yes,
Nothing.
that is right. And
Yeah.
when I first started doing camming, that I that was the I was seeking for inner peace, and I wanted to find my inner peace. And although some people might think that you can lose it, I actually learned how to find my inner peace doing that.
Beautiful. That's the greatest gift it's given you then.
Yes,
Very beautiful. Thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed this interview.
I enjoy it too, and thanks for having me.